Hello, subscribers. I know that I owe you Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius reads. I did do Caps last night, and then it got a little weird, and I didn't post it. So I'm going to do that again tonight. Sagittarius, I've been trying to do your read for like 2 nights, and that's just crazy energy. So I'm going to do my moon manifestation before I do any reads. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to share with you guys my full moon in, sorry about my nails, y'all, my full moon in Gemini ritual and pull some collective oracles for your meditation. So we've talked a little bit about new moons. We now are in a full moon, and the full moon is in Gemini. And what is Gemini about, right? Gemini is the twins. Gemini is about mirroring. Gemini is about duality, right? We all have light and dark. And so what do we know about full moons? We know that full moons are about releasing out, where new moons are about bringing in. So we've already brought in for this month, what is it that we need to release? Well, when you think about releasing, right, for Gemini, what kinds of things can you release? You can look at your dark side, your shadow. I hate saying dark. You can look at your shadow side. You can use relationships. Gemini is also about partnerships, right? So look at your relationships in your life, whether that is work, family, romantic, whatever. What can you learn about yourself? How can you take the people that are important in your life and literally hold them up like a mirror to yourself? What comes up for you? What do you not like about them that maybe it's perhaps your own shadow? How can you maybe perhaps ask people who are lovely and safe in your life things about how they perceive you, and maybe what they see are some of your blockages or things that don't serve you well? This is also a great time for accessing your higher self, but also accessing the higher self of others. Have you ever perhaps been in a place of really wishing somebody else would recognize their faults or give you an apology or emotionally open up to you? What would it look like tonight with the energy of the full moon? And you're welcome to go outside. I'm not going to go outside tonight, although I am going to lay my crystals out to charge overnight after I do my reads. As you sit and feel the energy of the moon in Gemini, how can you talk to the higher self of others? Could you write an apology letter to yourself from that person? Could you accept blame and fault or just accountability, right, from that other person? Could you make commitments from that other person? Could you really get in tune with that person's higher self? This is particularly helpful if you are in a strong connection, union, divine union, right? What else can we do in full moon in Gemini? This is a beautiful time to look at the blockages that are preventing you. What do you hold in your inner self, in your higher self, in your environment? What do you hold on to that does not serve you, that is preventing the growth of partnerships in your life? So those are the things that we can look at in the full moon of Gemini. What I do in that ritual is I will typically pull a couple meditation cards for myself. I'll meditate on those, really sit in the message with my candles, with my sage, sit in those messages, and then I make a list. I make a list of the things that I want to release. Sometimes those things are carries over from the month before, where maybe I've struggled to release those things. Either way, whatever comes out of the list, I then throw that out into the universe. Not only do I meditate on my list after I've meditated on my cards, but then I also really affirm, and I turn those blockages into affirming statements. For example, just an example, if you wanted to let go of self-sabotage, how can you turn that into an affirmative to the universe, to the moon? It might sound something like, I no longer believe I am unworthy. I am love, I am worth, and I am value, right? If you wanted to get rid of a bad habit, perhaps using food to comfort you, I no longer need food for love. I am healthy, I am strong, and I treat my body kindly, right? So you get the idea. So what we're going to do for you guys collective, I'm going to keep the camera here while I pull some meditation cards. I'm going to read you the messages, and then I'm going to let you go. We will sound the singing bowl at the end of this, and I will just release my divinity to yours and hopefully pull in all of our energies together. So for the collective, for this full moon in Gemini, we are going to start with the Sacred Rebels Oracle. What is the collective message from this deck, please, Spirit? For this full moon in Gemini, what is the collective meditative message for this full moon in Gemini, November 30th? And remember that the full moon energy resonates typically 3 to 5 days before and after. What is the collective message for this full moon in Gemini, please, Spirit? Collective message. Wow. Okay. We're not taking all of those, guys. We simply don't have enough time for that. Full moon in Gemini for the collective message. Thank you. We did get 2. I was hoping for 1. Okay, we got a 9, and it's entitled, What Do You Feel? And we got a 13, Power of Attraction. I love that we're getting this card because it's about that mirrored soul, right? It's about like gets like. We attract what we are. And so what do we need to release in order to attract the things in that we desire? This next one, and this is a newer deck, so it's still a little stiff. It's a little hard for me to pull jumpers. But this is a brand new deck that I just got, and it's the Whispers of Love. Messages for the collective full moon in Gemini. What does the collective most need to meditate upon? Too many. What message does the collective most need to hear for this full moon? I told you it was a little tricky. It'll come now. What is the collective? Thank you. We got a 46, spend quality time together, listen and talk to each other. And again, isn't that what we're talking about? Like talking to others about how do you perceive me? Where are my blockages? How can I better serve you in this partnership? How can you better serve me? What do I need? What do I want? How can I offer that? And what do I need to let go of in order to make room for that, right? And then a 3, back to what you love. Reevaluate your desires. Isn't that a beautiful energy for any full moon? Reevaluating, what is it that I'm chasing that doesn't serve me? What do I desire that's not coming in? And maybe I need to look at how it doesn't serve me, right? We are also going to pull from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. Thank you. Completion. It's time to bring cycles to an end. That's what full moons are all about. But we're going to read the messages. We're going to get a crystal from the Species by the Thousand. Collective, thank you. Starlight, timing. Perhaps some of you are feeling impatient in this law of attraction, in listening and talking and figuring out and getting what you want. And Prey Night, self-sufficiency. Full moon in Gemini, it's about partnerships, so it's also a great time to look at things like codependency. Where are you relying on others too much? Where are you not relying on your higher self? Again, you meditate. These are messages that can be taken in any way, but I just wanted to pull some messages for you to be able to meditate on, to run back. You can pause this video as we read each message, meditate on it, jot down some notes, however you want to do that, okay? And then I didn't pull it out, but I'm going to pull from 2 more oracles just because I love how these are falling together right in line with what Gemini brings to the table, right? So from Wisdom of the Oracle, collective message for the full moon in Gemini, please. Wisdom of the Oracle. Wisdom of the Oracle, collective message for the full moon in Gemini. I only want 1 from this, please, Spirit. Thank you. Fork in the road. If some of you are trying to make decisions, that's duality as well, right? 2. Gemini is about 2. Think 2. Partnerships, dualities, directions. Fork in the road. What is blocking you from making decisions perhaps in your life? Where have you gone maybe the wrong path in the past, and what led you there, and how can you do things differently? And then finally from the Enchanted Map Oracle, 1 final message, please. Oh, wow, that came fast. Rescue. For me, this goes with the self-sufficiency. This is a 16, which is a 7. Okay. So now we are going to just pull in energy, and I am going to read these messages for you, okay? So deep breath in and out, in, out, and in, and out. So let's take a look at this. What do you feel? I want you to recognize that there's a full moon here, and look, there's that juggling, there's that duality. So this message, and I'm not going to read all of it to you, I'm going to get the gist for you. What do you feel? There are many opinions around you. Some are helpful, but others are distracting you from your truth. That glare is really bad. Sorry. Distracting you from your truth. Although it can be helpful to hear the thoughts of others, when it all comes down to it, you will have to come to your own decision. Do you know how unique you are? How your path is your path to be chosen, lived, and created only by you. This oracle comes to you because you have become swept up in thinking things through. We don't have to be perfect. The oracle of what do you feel is telling you there is no need to punish or traumatize yourself with possible choices. Just making a choice will set things in motion. Be open to that which makes you uncomfortable. Even small adventures will yield big results. Open to the creative magic of life. So just spend some time with your own feelings. Isn't this a beautiful meditative card and beautiful for tonight's energy? And know that all is going to work out perfectly. And then we have this 13, which is a 4, which is about stability, right? Bringing in the things that keep us stable, the things that are meant for us. Power of attraction, there is such wonder awaiting you. And again, duality. We have 2. Like attracts light. Like. Or like also attracts light. Light and light, right? There are so many beautiful adventures and so much magic yet to be. Can you keep your heart open to what is coming towards you without surrendering your experience of this moment by becoming too future-oriented? This is your time to play with fertility. You are big soul, with that often comes big dreams. You might worry that you want too much out of life. Perhaps you think that you are only capable of small dreams. If you have been working on healing something within you, or starting a new creative project, taking on a new job or relationship, and feel that although you are getting some results, you are impatient for more, timing, completion, reevaluating. You are doing well. Celebrate each success. This oracle comes with a special message. You have recently completed a cycle or level of manifestation and are transitioning into the next level of experience. You are going to attract whatever is needed to complete your work. Remain open to receive and trust. Do not turn away. And then we have spend quality time together. And my friends, that was a 46. That's a 10. Another completion. I love full moons and completing cycles. We're getting rid of, right? We're open. We're releasing in order to bring in the new with the new moon. Listen and talk to each other. It is easy to slip into the routine of daily life without making time to really connect. When you really tune in to somebody, they feel validated and valued. When was the last time you complimented something? Giving someone a compliment takes a little time. Encouraging or commending someone can positively affect his or her entire day. Again, it's that attraction. It's that bringing in. It's that loving in the way that you want to be loved. It's looking at the other partner and really allowing them to mirror for you. Back to what you love is a number 3, right? 3 is about waiting. 3 is about building. 3 is about growth. It's about knowing that you've manifested and now letting it all flow in. You can change what you are doing at any time. You do not have to feel stuck. Go back to what you know, and more importantly, to what you love. Ask your angels. Tonight is a lovely night to connect with your team, my friends, to guide you with this process. You are meant to live a life of happiness. You can change your mind at any time. When you do something you love, you reconnect to your bliss. What is blocking you from what you love? What is holding you back? What is getting you stuck? Look at completion. And completion comes to us from the sacral chakra. And what do we know about the sacral? It's about relationships. It's about sexuality. It's about intimacy, right? There we go. Completion. Here's a warm and cheerful energy that brings calm to an ending, making it poignant, not sad. Something is taking place outside of your comfort zone. Step into the emotional grace of completion. There's no drama, only resolution. Whatever, for some of you, whatever you're releasing tonight is released with a love and a grace. and a beauty and the harm and the sadness. Perhaps it was a divine partnership that didn't work. Perhaps it was a union that you thought was divine. Perhaps it's recognizing the duality in another person. Whatever it is that you're completing tonight, you're doing it with grace, with ease, with compassion, and with love and light. And then we have rescue, which is 16, which is a 7. 7 for me is very much, the 2s are also, right, duality cards, but 7s are about duality as well for me, right? Because what do you think about when you think about the 7 of Pentacles? It's about, where do I invest? How much longer do I wait? When do the fruits of my labor come in? The 7 of Swords, right? It's about that shadow side, that deceitful side, self-deception. Okay, 7 of Cups, what is that about? It's about options, choices, confusion, right? And then when we think about the 7 of Wands, right? It's about blocking and holding on and defending, blocking out. So there's a lot of duality within the 7s as well. So I think that's really poignant that that came in tonight. So when we look at rescue, 16, for me, this kind of screams codependency. For some of you, that may be what we need to get rid of. And I say get rid of, work on releasing, right? You are always safe and secure and free to be yourself. Asking for help isn't easy. However, that's what you need to do now as you expand your life. The most important support you can expect is from Spirit. Get into a right relationship with the divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up. If you're trying to rescue another, do you believe that your love can change someone and miraculously heal this person? Or are you waiting to be rescued? The rescue card can caution you against romanticizing your situation. Look closely and see reality as it is, rather than the illusion. Trust that Spirit will guide you to expose the illusion so that you may discern the difference, duality, between truth and fantasy. Make it a beautiful manifestation. Do what's in your heart. Talk to whom you need to talk to tonight. Take a minute to really contemplate these messages, what they need for you. You're going to manifest and ritualize however you want. Again, make your list. And then when you're ready, affirm it, burn it, and release it. Watch it float into the universe and trust that your requests will be heard. Love and light. Namaste.